Hello everyone, my name is 𝗚𝗺𝗲𝗿, the anime gamer, and today I'm here to ask and answer a very simple question. Is Neon White worth playing? Neon White is a speedrunning puzzle and FPS shooter game, though that's first-person shooter. No, it's a first-person shooter puzzle game developed by Angel Matrix and published by Annapurna Interactive. It is available on the Switch and the Nintendo Switch and on the Steam store on PC. I'm currently playing the Steam version, so what's going to be happening is I'm going to be giving my first impressions of the Steam version of the game itself. It's available now on sale, at least at the time of this recording, at around $32.95 or around $22 USD. However, the regular price is around $35.95 AUD or $24 USD. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the options menu, and as you can clearly see here right off the bat, we have an FOV slider. That's very important, that's very special. And technically speaking, that seeing as this is kind of a shooter puzzle game, you could technically, with this game, if you wanted to, adjust the difficulty by lowering your point of view. However, we're not going to do that because, well, I don't want to. That's pretty much the reason itself. We're going to go to 100 so we can see all the solutions to all the puzzles. We have, of course, our controls here. It is available. You can pretty much play this game on both mouse and keyboard and controller. I'm currently playing on the mouse and keyboard itself. We have your basic audio options, music, sound effects, everything else. And also you can pretty much change the game's resolution, which is handy and convenient. And yeah, there's nothing much else to add to here. You've got anti-aliasing, ambient occlusion. Yeah, it looks all good. It's all pretty much standard, really. There's nothing much to say else about it. Alright, so let's actually get started with a new game. Now, first of all, you'll notice that when you start a game, or whenever you play the game, whenever you go into the story, you don't actually have to wait through every cutscene.
Should have known it was going to
There
end
is
this
an option
way.
here to essentially just fast forward, just skip them all ahead. This is a rather convenient feature. Now, the premise of the game itself is that you are a dead man. You are somebody who died in life and who is supposed to be sent to hell. You're a sinner. Unfortunately for you, or perhaps fortunately, you have a chance of redemption.
We granted you an opportunity for salvation in our annual competition, the 10 Days of Judgment.
The 10 Days of Judgment within the game itself are essentially a trial where you must travel through different levels or worlds or realms and kill a bunch of demons as fast as possible. And yeah, that's it. As fast as possible. There's nothing much to it so far. However, there are a few issues I have with it, and one of those issues...
Whoa, badass. What the...
One of those issues, personally, is that this game's story kinda tries to take itself a little too seriously. The presentation, from the cover art to the cutscene art style to the storytelling to the music, tries to play off as it being like cool and edgy and, you know, it's hip with the youth, and unfortunately that's where the problem lies, because this game tries to take itself a little too seriously. It tries to be edgy, but it's too obvious with it. It's cringe-worthy. The edge is just... It's too cringe. It's not like... It doesn't have that cool edginess, you know? It doesn't try to go too far. It doesn't try to test the limits of how edgy it can be. Or it doesn't embrace the fact that it's edgy. Instead of, you know, just having fun with the edgy aspect of the game itself being that you are a sinner and that you've gotta solve your amnesia, and you've gotta like, you know, you've gotta like get yourself a ticket to heaven so you won't burn in hell. The game, it falls flat on that aspect. it doesn't know, the story itself doesn't know what it wants to be. It cannot decide if it wants to be serious or if it wants to be jovial and funny. It tries to be, it's like, I guess, an outfit that's been out of season for a couple of years. It tries to be hip and cool, but it can't be, because, well, the story's not that good. That's what I'm gonna say. As for the music itself, well, it kind of varies. It's kind of fun. Like, the music track right now is a bit of an earworm. It's engaging. It, you know, definitely fits with the move of you having to run through levels and try to complete every task, every objective as cleverly, as smart, or as fast as you can. You know, it's got that sort of Jet Set Radio feel to it. However, at other times, the music feels, well, it's got that problem of trying to be hip and cool and edgy, in that it falls flat. It's like it makes an attempt. You know, you get a gold star for attempting to sound awesome, but it kind of sounds like you went with your idea of what is cool instead of what feels cool, what feels awesome. It just misses the mark just barely. The game itself is separated into different stages of levels. Each level has there is no time limit. However, there is a leaderboard which can be unlocked as you continually play the game. And this leaderboard aspect of pretty much you trying to attain your best time is actually quite fun. In fact, what this game has done, what it's managed to do, is that it's managed to somehow harness the repetitive aspect, the fun repetitive aspect of a classic arcade game without having to actually charge you money, instead of forcing you to
What's next?
repeat every level because it's just designed to be too difficult, and it's designed to be rigged, and it's designed to pretty much make you lose unless you try really hard. What this game does is that it actually encourages you to do better. It gives you a different set of goals and rewards or medals to reach as an objective or as a goal, and it gives you the chance to actually beat your personal best. And that's actually something that I like. That's something you don't really see much these days. And I would dare say that this kind of aspect of this almost addictive aspect of the game itself, where you are enabled to do your best and to figure out, you know, how you can just be better, how you can just get good, is a nice change of pace. I think maybe if arcade games, even platformers, you know, pretty much just... Oh, I missed a demon. I think what this game has done is that it has presented a path for other arcade type games to fill that niche, to fill that arcade itch where
I'm just getting started.
you need to repeat a level, but not because you're forced to, but because you want to. You know, the levels themselves aren't difficult. They're not hard. They do scale as you progress further through each stage within the game itself. However,
Too shabby.
oh, hang on.
This
However,
guy. Even with a mask on, I recognize him from earlier.
However, you're given the chance to just investigate what your options are. There is no time limit, as I said before. You don't get punished. You don't get punished for, you know, not completing the game on time. At least as far as I can tell in these early stages. However, you are also given the opportunity at any moment to just retry again and again and again. Now, going back to the story itself of this game, as I said, it's not good. It tries to be an anime. It looks like the story was made by somebody who saw anime from the outside. It's like, look at the Japanimations! Look at all the anime characters! Let's get all the tropes. It tries to take the tropes from various anime without investigating, what's involved in using those tropes. What goes into making an anime-style game or a manga or a show like that, and it falls flat. It has all the right parts, it has all the right elements, but it doesn't work. And the problem is that it's because it tries to take itself too seriously and be cool at the same time.
Holy
And
crap, you got the
I
freaking
personally-
anime sword? I
I
thought for
think-
sure you'd get one of those little guns like the,
Yeah, see what I'm talking about here? It's like they're trying to make this game for weebs, and it's just an insult. I'm sorry, but personally I think it's an insult. I hate this. I hate this story. I'm gonna say this. I hate the story. I hate it. It makes me cringe. I fucking hate it. And I think part of the problem is that personally, I think
like gnomes?
they chose
Gnomes?
They chose Steve Bloom to play the main character, who is, of course, is a badass. Steve Bloom is really good at voicing badasses. But here's the issue. Our character, Neon White, is emo. He's an emo edgelord. This game it's trying to be edgy. It wants to be edgy, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work with Steve Bloom. I'm sorry to say that. If they had maybe Brandon O'Neill or whoever it is that voices 𝗔Ž𝗶𝗿, then it would fit nicely. It has that nice slice of edginess that's cool. It's like, this sucks. This is edgy, it's cringe, but it's just that right hint of cringe. It's got that nice crunchy cringiness that just makes you want to keep on playing this game. And unfortunately, because of that,
Just mess
all the
Hell, does an
characters
idiot like this seem to
come
remember
off
the
as
game?
annoying. And that might be for good reason, because part of the story itself is that
No,
you
actually.
you have amnesia. Everybody knows you. Everybody
Took a bullet for you, dude.
Everybody knows who you are. Everybody treats you like a friend, and that's great. However, they lay it on too thick. They lay on the fact that you've lost your memory. You don't know who you are. Hey, let's go and hang out and eat some ice cream like we did in the old days, because we're friends. Like, yes, I lost my memory. Yes, you're like, I guess you're trying to cope with my memory loss. Maybe that's part of the story of the trauma. But fucking hell, it gets annoying. It gets so annoying that everybody knows who I am. And they won't stop reminding me that my memory is erased! I fucking hate it! Okay, so what about the game's mechanics? Well, as you can tell here, it's an FPS. You have a chance to pick up weapons or pickups, and each weapon has a special ability which allows you to pretty much just advance forward within each level. Each time you use the special ability of any given card, you will effectively burn them, as they're pretty much all one use, which means depending on how you play the game, depending on what your strategy is on how to progress forward, you can pretty much decide you can pretty much, it gives you options. It gives you options and the challenge on how to complete the game, how to complete each level as fast as possible while keeping an inventory or a deck or a hand of cards to fulfill your given objective. So there's that. There's multiple ways that you could figure out to complete a level. The levels of themselves are not difficult, and that is actually a kind of a problem with that I have with them, is that they are puzzles. They can be solved, but they're not puzzly enough. And what I mean by that is that so far there's nothing in the
Not
game.
bad.
The levels so far are very linear. Or they feel very linear, which is a bit strange to say, because after all, this is a speedrunning game. You're supposed to go from point A to point B, but here's the deal. I want to know if I can use point C to reach point B. Do I have to stick with one particular path before the one that I want is available to me? And maybe it's because of my lack of skill. Maybe I'm just really bad at figuring out an innovative solution for myself. However, it feels jarring. It feels like it has all the right elements, but it falls flat because one of the aspects of speedrunning is finding a secret. It's finding a path that nobody knew existed, that nobody thought was there, not even the developers, and then just, you know, using it and exploiting that solution to your benefit. You know, it's like playing an MMO and being able to jump up, being able to climb a mountain by constantly pressing the jump button, because you're able to just reach that corner hitbox, that corner terrain pixel that makes you feel like a god. And yeah, it just, in this game, it's a puzzle. You have to solve it. But you have to solve this puzzle that it's like you have to solve the puzzle exactly as how it appears on the box cover. You can't make your own solutions. It's like you've got the directions. You were given half of the directions on how to solve the puzzle, but it takes the fun out of just figuring it out on your own, figuring out your own solutions. You can do it. You can make your own solutions, and it's satisfying, but it's just the pieces themselves. You can tell early how they're all going to fit. You can't look at it. There are limited angles to which you can figure out what your route is, what is the most optimal solution to get the best time. And that's a little disappointing to me. Alright, so here we are at the stage selection. As you can clearly tell right next to my head over here, there is something called a neon rank. The neon rank is pretty much, well, it's a ranking. It's part of the game's story. You have to get it as low as possible in order to get into heaven, as well as also to progress forward. What this means is that in order to actually continue with the game's story, you have to get good at the game. You have to get better scores. This game, it forces you to, find innovative solutions, and it also encourages you to do that, and that's something I like. That is okay. A little bit annoying at start, but understandable as well. The game itself, the game's story is also separated into each of the available stages, as you can see here. We could, for example, go to the beach, and pretty much what these story elements do is that they pretty much give you a chance to bond with each character, with various characters in the game itself, in order to pretty much increase your bond and unlock dialogue, which I should mention that side quests and additional dialogue within the game itself is locked and can only be unlocked by pretty much supplying them with gifts. That's all it's for. You could probably finish this game without bonding with anyone, though I imagine that might actually affect the outcome of the story itself. My hair is also in the way.
I hate how perfect this beach looks. I feel like I should toss something in there. Next time.
Awesome. All in all, this game has all of the right pieces. The graphics look good. The art style is nice. It's stylish. It's comic booky. The mechanics are straightforward and easy to learn and understand. There is a bit of a curve to master each stage or each level in terms of, getting the best time. It encourages you to do better. The music is pleasant to listen to, and the story is good. And that's the problem with this game, is that it's a good game, it's playable, it has all the pieces available, it has everything fits, but the problem is that, well, it's not fun. It's enjoyable, you could probably use this to kill time, but there's just something missing. It looks like a lot of compromises were made to get this thing out the door. It feels like maybe they were on a serious time limit. It feels a little rushed together. This game is innovative, though. It adds something. It has managed. What it has done is that it has managed to introduce the arcade experience, inadvertently or purposefully, by making it so that it is not needlessly difficult, that you don't have to redo every level, every stage, because you made one too many mistakes, or because you're just not good enough. You don't have to go full on hardcore. However, this game also tells you that you can if you want to. It encourages you to repeat the same stage. It encourages you to do better, and it's a little addictive, but in a good way. It's not like crack. I don't know what drug it's like, because I don't take drugs, kids. But it's just... It's enjoyable, but it's not satisfying. The game just... It's not fun. It tries to be fun. It tries to be cool and awesome. But the problem is that it also tries to take itself too seriously. This game has tried to be the best, as in the best game, instead of trying to be its best, instead of trying to be a best game, and this game did not offer the best that it has to me. That's my first impression of it. it's really trying hard, but it's focused too much on it's too much trying to conform to what is known. It's playing safe. It's trying to be innovative and be safe at the same time. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work for me. It's not fun. I don't enjoy playing this game. I really do not. The addictive, it's slightly more addictive than enjoyable, you know? It's like, I guess, nicotine gum as compared to smoking a cigarette. Don't smoke, by the way. It's just, it's mediocre, and that's a terrible shame, really. I am hoping personally that our developers of arcade games will take some inspiration from this game and use it as a diving board to improve and maybe even revitalize the arcade experience. But this game is very much, it suffers from being the first. It suffers from being a pioneer. There are going to be other games that will take aspects of what was presented here, and they're going to do better. So, would I say, do I think this game is worth playing? If you want something new, if you want to just experience something new for the novelty, then yes. You know, get this game. If you want to maybe encourage developers to do more, explore more as to what the arcade experience involves, maybe get this game, yeah. Is this game worth $35 AUD or $25 USD? Yes. Yes, it is. It has a story, it has all the right parts. But is this game worth playing because of the hype? No. No, it's not. This game is enjoyable for me. Again. But it's not fun. It's new, but it didn't go far enough on to experiment. It didn't try to reach for the sky. And that's a shame. Or at least that's as far as I can tell right now. I would say, generally speaking, get this game when it's on sale. Wait until this game gets on sale, until it's like maybe 25 or 50% off, and just buy it. And, you know, play it on a car trip, or a road trip, or when you're traveling. So all in all, this game is good. It has the parts, but it's not good enough. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle made out of cardstock instead of regular puzzle cardboard. It just fits, but it's just not enough, I'm afraid. Thank you everybody for watching this video. My name is again 𝗚𝗺𝗲𝗿, the Anime Gamer. If you have comments, if you really disagree with what I have to say about this game, please say so in the comments below. If you like this video and you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe. Please, if you want notifications, if you want my videos to show up in your notifications, you know, click the bell icon. If you like this video, press the like button. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye!